again with another video. I'm so glad that I have the time and I'm able to sit down and have this discussion. I've been thinking about making this particular video for a while now. I've been a little iffy about this video, but I just want to say in the beginning of my journey, I said that I would be as transparent and honest as possible throughout this whole journey, meaning regarding everything, because it's real. These are things that people go through every day, people that you know, people that you don't know. I mean, with a chronic illness, people are suffering, like big time suffering. So it's real. It is definitely real. And before I do this video, I just want to say that this video was not intended or anything to offend, I guess you would say, anyone. It's not made to offend anyone. None of my videos are. It's real. This is my life. This is what I go through. This is what I've observed other people go through. Just in daily life that doesn't have a chronic illness, without a chronic illness. And I just wanted to address it and bring about awareness because it's been a problem. So basically, today I wanted to talk about not particularly my health, but something that I've noticed. I'm a very observant person. I've studied, psychology, still studying psychology, working on my master's. I did take a break for a while, but I've always been this in-depth thinker, very in-depth person. And I like to do things, and I like to observe things, basically. So, one thing that I want to talk about today is support, like family support. I've noticed, throughout my journey, I can say that my family has been the most supportive, and in some occasions than others. I do want to say that I've noticed that it's harder, and I'm sure a lot of people, whether you have a chronic illness and you need their support during a chronic time, during your illness, or if you don't have a chronic illness and you just needed their support and their help. I have noticed in my situation and in others that I see post about it, either on Facebook or in the different support groups I'm in, that it is the hardest to get your family to support you. And I don't know why. Because your family should be the number one people that you should count on. And it is the hardest to get their support. Why is that? I definitely, don't know. And one thing that I've noticed that it's more in the African American community than it is in a lot of your other cultures. And that shows me why other cultures are getting ahead and why it just shows like Black people are almost left behind because we don't support each other. We barely support each other. Like, I created a GoFundMe account, and this is my personal experience. I have seen most of my donations have been from people that I haven't talked to for years, and people that I worked with from when I started at Red Lobster in Huntsville, from when I was 15 years old. We communicate, we see each other's life, we see each other grow on Facebook, we talk every blue moon, we might like or comment on a picture or something like that, or a status, every blue moon. My friends that I'm closest with now, and then even complete strangers that have been following my story. 95% of my support, for my GoFundMe account has been from these three categories. And I'm trying to figure out, why? Why is it that we have to go to family members to ask and almost practically beg and like you're almost in front of a judge, sometimes when you go to your own family for help and support. We should not have to feel like this, you know, whether you're struggling with a chronic illness or not, when we need help. It's almost like, you know, you get to a point where you're like, I don't even want their help anymore. You know, why should I have to ask? You know that I'm suffering. You know that I'm struggling. You know, if it wasn't for my apartment, the people that work in my apartment complex, I would have been evicted. And I know that half of my family have seen my post on that, my GoFundMe on that, but I received, you know, no response. But the response that I received wasn't through any family members. And some family members that have given in the past were asked by other family members. So have said, have you helped Roland? They need your help. You know, this is a continuous journey. Like, this isn't just, oh, she got sick once. It's a continuous journey, and you would think that you would have your family's help and support. I mean, even if you can't support financially, you know, my family that lives here in Huntsville, I'm here 24 hours a day at home. You follow my journey. You follow me through Facebook. I always post when I go to a doctor's appointment, unless I forget or whatever. I'm here all alone by myself. I mean, you can come sit with me. You can say, hey, you want to go to lunch? You know, I hear mostly from people that are not family. And that has been, and I've noticed that not just with me having to go through this, but it's just been more confirmed. You know, I see it on my Facebook groups that I'm in, like my support groups. And a lot of people's family just don't help. You know, main thing, I am talking financially, but, you know, they just don't help. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And the majority has been the African American community. Why is that? That is so hurtful. And I see why, like I said, other cultures do get ahead. They do succeed. But like I was saying, you know, I'm just so grateful for everybody, even my own family. That's just something that I want everyone to think about. This video, like I said, was not intended particularly for my family, but everybody who was watching this, when was the last time you helped a family member? Because you'll be quick to jump and say, you know, we'll be in church on Saturday and they'll raise a thank offering or whatever whatever offering it is. And a lot of people will be quick to donate to building funds, to this, and that. But when was the last time you helped a family member that you know was in need? And I'm going to say particularly financially, or even just showed your support, came over to sit with another family member, say, hey, cousin, I know we haven't hung out in a long time. You want to do something? When was the last time that we've done that, or done something nice for the people that are your straight blood, that you're supposed to be the closest to? When was that last time? And family has always been important to me. One, because I didn't get to see, especially my mom's side of the family, you know, a lot. Because we live in Alabama and they live in Florida. And, you know, we didn't see them a lot. We saw mostly my dad's side of the family lived here in Alabama. And, you know, my dad was raised by his aunt and grandma, so he doesn't know, I guess you would say, a lot of his family. So, you know, I had 3 aunts and 2 uncles that live here. You know, everybody's busy, so you can't see them every day. But when I was little, we were, you know, really, really close. We saw each other a lot. But that was all the family that I had. So, you know, here at the time, so family has always been, you know, very important to me. So I just want, you know, everybody to think about, when was the last time you done something for someone close to you? I mean, not your immediate family, like your mom, your dad, or what have you. You know, when was the last time that you've done something? like for a cousin, for an aunt, for an uncle, that type of thing. A second cousin, your fake cousin, whatever, your godchild, your god sister, your god brother. When was the last time that you've done something? And that has really been bothering me, like I said, for a while before this even started. That I didn't hear from a lot of my godparents, or I didn't hear from particular aunts or uncles or what have you. I can't say that this experience have brought us closer in some way. Like, I hear from family members that I haven't heard from in a long time, and I hear from godparents more and aunts and uncles. But the thing is, why do we have to go through such a hard time, a tragedy, just to even hear from them? Why is that? And especially in our community, why is that? I don't know if there's an answer to it. I don't know what your answer is to it, but that has really been bothersome. Do you not want to? Why don't we support? Just from the beginning, if someone has an event going on, why don't we support our own family? I don't get it. Or the people closest to us. Do we not want to see each other move ahead? Like, what is it? Like, I don't know. I'm not going anywhere right now. So me asking you for your support for something, it's not like asking for your support for a business. I particularly even had a business going. I, had a hair company. The people that supported me the most on that, even just by sharing my posts, were friends. Where was my family? And like I said, these are personal experiences. I love my family to death. But this is just real life, and this is what happens. And it's not just my family, it's everybody's family. Everybody can think of that time and say, where was my family at? I'm sure you can. And I'm sure my family, like, we're not perfect as a family, just like everybody else. And I'm sure some of my family members will probably watch this and be like, well, you wasn't there so-and-so, you didn't do that. Okay. Yeah, it's real life, it happens. It does happen. But I know that I have done my best to be there for, my family members when they were in need or what have you. I mean, to be honest, out of all my family, like all of the cousins, especially on my mom's side of the family, like I said, I don't know too much of my dad's side of the family, but my mom's side of the family, I'm like the youngest. I know I'm 25 years old, but I'm the youngest. And I don't, what could I have done in the past when I was 12? But I consistently, even though I was young, I tried. I tried to make graduations. I've tried to make this, and that. Make sure I was at every family event so they know that I'm there. What have you. But, you guys are older. Like, you guys are older. You guys are 30, 40, 50 years old. And it's kind of just like, what are y'all doing? But anyway, so like I said, that's just in general. I've seen a lot of posts on this, in private groups, closed groups, where, where their family doesn't see it. Like my Lupus support group or the spoonies support group. I have seen so many people hurting and posting about this issue in these private groups that their friends and family cannot see. And I just feel like somebody, whether it's myself, if my family hates me for this video, that at least I'm helping others who are going through this by not keeping my mouth closed. And I have seen so many people hurting, struggle, become homeless. That could have been me if my parents were dead and gone. And I hate to think like this, I wouldn't have anywhere to go. I wouldn't have anywhere to go if my parents were not here in Alabama. I would have been out on the street like a lot of other people with chronic illness, homeless, no food to eat. Because, we don't have the closer people in our lives support. And it's just really, it does hurt. I'm going to be honest. This is not my first rodeo with chronic illness. You know, um, I had cancer years ago, and I sit and think like, you know, to the world, cancer is like the worst thing to happen to anybody. And I'm gonna be honest, my cancer experience was not the worst thing that happened to me. It has been this. With cancer, it's like there's a protocol, there's a particular path you walk. It's manageable. They have this plan all set out for you. And then, depending on what type of cancer you have, like mine, it's curable. It may or may not come back. But, you know, chronic illnesses and invisible illnesses and autoimmune diseases like, you know, lupus, you know, what I had, I'm just going to particularly talk about mine. There's no plan, there's no cure, or what have you. So this has particularly been the worst experience ever. And when I look back to when I had cancer, what people think is the worst, I look back and I hate to say this, it's like, where were you guys? You know, where were you? The closest people in my life, where were you? I mean, it's just a hard and very rough feeling. And then I didn't feel it. My mom has never really brought it up because I guess she wanted me to view family and the people close to me a different way. But, you know, now I get the opportunity to see this myself. And like I said, it's not just my family, but I can only talk for me. And, you know, I'm grateful that I'm able to see this, not because I want revenge. I'm not going to do nothing for them. I'm not going to come to their events. No, that's not Rondalyn. Like, I will, no matter what happens, I'm not going to be that person. You know, I'm going to if I'm preaching this right now, I'm going to make sure that I go above and beyond what I'm supposed to do as a niece, as an aunt, as a cousin, as a godchild, as whatever. I'm going to go above and beyond. You know, that's kind of like, I know that's kind of what people say about, you know, being a father or mother. I'm going to be what they weren't, you know, for me. You know, that's what most people say. But I'm going to be that, not because of that, but because that's who I am. I've always been that way. So, you know, it just hurts. And, you know, that's probably like the hardest thing to talk about. I don't understand why going before family, having to ask, it's the hardest thing for us to have to do. It's really hard. And then, you know, they make it hard about almost being like a judge before they even do anything. Like, why this? Why so much? Like, what you mean, why? You know, like, you know, what you mean, why? But not once have I had to ask someone not close to me. They have just done. They have just given. Or offered their assistance. Offered their help. Offered to pray with me. You know, why is that family you have to be so... It's like I really just can't even, you know, like, explain it. Like, it's just like, ugh, like, why? But I realized that none of my family, you know, their children or themselves have never been in the place that I've been in. So I've had to realize that they won't understand unless they go through something like this or similar. And I would definitely hate for anything like this to happen, you know, to anybody close to me where they had to, you know, stop working or can't get around, you know, getting kicked out, you know, their place or anything like that. Definitely, you know, not by choice, not by being foolish, not by, you know, out here doing drugs on the streets and this is why you got kicked out. No, not by choice and bad decisions. You know, but just by things you can't control, like health. I honestly would hate for, anything like this to happen to anybody, but, I hope my family knows that I will be there for them. Whatever I can do. If I can take them to an appointment, if I can come to support their events, their graduations, their what have you, like, I'm there no matter what. But I just wanted to bring about awareness about this for everybody. Your family needs you. Those are the closest people to you. They need you, no matter what it is. So, basically, that's just all I wanted to say. Like I said, I've been waiting to make this video. I didn't want my family to feel like, they have done a lot. They have done a lot, for me over the years. They have been to all my graduations. They have called and checked on me, text me. But, it's just like when you're at your lowest times, everybody gets quiet. And, it's rough. It's rough. So, from here forward, I promise that I'll be open and honest and as transparent. I think I'm going to be even more transparent because these are issues that are affecting a lot of people. And I want us to think about them and make change. So, yeah. So that's about it. I hope everybody enjoyed. Probably didn't enjoy it, but appreciate this discussion and, I don't even know what to say. I hope you guys just appreciate this, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to check out my blogs. I at least I'm trying to do better on the blogging, like with the writing. I don't get a chance to do much videos because, I'm not doing nothing, like, for real. So it's boring. So, but, I hope everybody enjoys those. And thank you guys, everybody, for just been following my journey. Hope you all, it's Friday. So whenever you're watching this, hope you have a good weekend, a good week, good morning, good night, what have you. So that's all for today. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.